is organized by me since year 2008 until recently. So basically, my main business is event management, and I I'm 38 years old this year. I studied in Sultan Ismail College, and I'm married to my wife, who is a Thai citizen here in Yala, with two kids. Uh, my eldest son is called Prosper and Prosper Tongs, and my daughter is Jasmine. So basically, what happened is my wife is a housewife, so I plan to do something for her. And COVID's news came around November last year, and when that time I had a thought that if, let's say, a communist countries like China say they are screw up, then something big is going to happen. So I kind of make my way that, I have to do my events and expand event to Thailand as fast as possible. So I ran this place in Yala. Okay, I ran this place at Yala, and plan to expand my business in event management and also having a mini mart here. My wife will be, but ideally, my wife will be handling the mini marts by me setting up the system for her and me doing event management. Our last event was in Patani, ASEAN Mall. We are the event supplies and coordinate for ASEAN Mall on February, and Sungai Golok on January, and also one event, state government event, cooperate with state government events in Kelantan on January. So our opening ceremony for 1 month is actually expected to be on, this is some of our event picture. This is some of our event picture. Our 1 month is supposed to open on 24th of March, and Malaysia announced a lockdown on 16th of March in the evening, and on the 17th, I only have 1 day to decide if I want to stay in Malaysia or in Thailand. And that time was school holiday, so my kids and my family is here, because during the initial times, what I agreed with my wife is my wife will be taking care of our kids in Malaysia and send them to school while I manage the shops here in Yala. So when the announcement came, my wife is here, my kids is here to prepare for our tentative opening ceremony on 24th of March. So with the announcement, I told my wife, okay, we are not going back, because it's that during that times, COVID cases in Malaysia is quite high compared to Thailand. And I make up my mind that since my wife is not really socialized persons and can't really speak other language other than the mother tongue, I will reside here in Thailand. So I got locked up here in Thailand with limited budgets and things to plan. So during the first announcement from Malaysia PM, it's only 2 weeks, but I said, bullshit, it's not going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 months or more for me to be able to go back. So I tried to relax and think, what can I do? I took the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks to actually monitor and see what I can do. I clear up my whiteboards and start drafting by end of the month. So I opened some YouTube, see how's it, case studies from consulting companies about COVID and all that, and from the industry or professionalisms during the study, tourism, oil and gas, flights and events are mostly affected by COVID, but consumer goods is not. So with that, I make the decision. I told my wife, okay, let's forget about event and start doing something new, which is consumer and retail products, because it was the tops in COVID studies that is not affected by COVID. And if you remember in Malaysia, those times, even Gardenia is sold out. So from there, I start working on and start planning what I can do. So from the journey started actually around end of April, because I start writing my mind maps end of April, and the first phase of my mind map is April until August. Yeah, and things has been falling accordingly, because I've been following COVID statistics and see what I can do. People start selling online, so we do online as well. And Thailand's unleashed their lockdown or their curfews around end of June, and during that time they are selling online with the sales of maybe 50K per month already by doing online, 50K ringgits. And but it's not doing well, because March, April, May, and June we have got no income. So we are running on our own saving for 4 months. So we need to hit right back based on plan as good as possible. So by doing online, I start getting my stuff to pack things in Malaysia, my furniture, this and all that, put it up in our lorry to bring it in together with our goods during that times. So we've been moving our goods, my furnitures, my clothing and all that during that period. And I have access to online transfer. So what I did was purchasing my goods using online transfer, since I can't get cash on hands. So from there, I'm converting my cash to goods, bringing my furniture in on all that within the 4 months periods. And once they unleash the lockdown, Thailand's have a budget to do events. And I joined my first event on July 1st, because from the study of COVID, when people get out from the lockdown periods, they want to buy. They are content. They are staying at home way too long, and they want to spend. So by July, I joined an event in Hat Yai, Prince Songkla University, and opened the shop at the same time. So Wang Mart officially operate on July, right? And when I joined the events, the crowd is as good as I expected, and we actually managed to pay off the rental, make some profits, about maybe 6,000-7,000 ringgit from 10 days event, with a lot of order. So our sales doubled every month until October. So with the doubled sales, we start putting in more goods, doing our on-ground research of what we can bring into our mini markets, how we want to strategy our sales and all that. So now this month, Wang Mart officially operates for 6 months, and we've been growing a lot. By now we have an office, showrooms in Hat Yai as well, and we are official distributor for some brands of Malaysia products we get from factories, but we do import Malaysia products, but only consumer and groceries, retails and consumers goods. So anything not related to that, right? Fashions, hardware, automobiles, seafood frozen, we don't do, because like seafood frozen is in other category, and it's much more difficult. And also the way to manage, we need a cold container. Yeah. So cold storage container. So what happened is now we have 2 outlets, and we have agents throughout the whole Thailand, because on October, we actually managed to send up goods to almost whole Thailand, and now we are already starting to send to Laos. Yeah, to Laos, and we got contacts to Myanmar, South. So from that, we've been expanding quite fast and a lot. And all the network that I get from Thailand now is mostly new networks, and I think COVID is like the last straw, or the last push for me to actually go out of what I do normally, which is events, to consumer markets. And from the experience of event, it actually taught me on how to plan well. And now with the 2 outlet, why 2 outlet? Wang Mart is a mart. It's a showroom And our target markets is people locally in Yala to come and buy. People that come to Yala as a tourist and they want to buy souvenir bags. Also government servants or students that stay in the area. But with that said, we can only sell retails and retails can't earn us enough. That's why we are moving to wholesales and online. So basically, Mart will be handling this. They'll be handling the segment of retails, wholesales, and online. The reason why I'm setting up an office showroom in Hat Yai this month, I already have is done and it should be operating this month, is because I'm targeting modern trades. I personally expect Thailand should have second lockdown because even in Korea, they have their third lockdown now. So for me to get things stable fast, if you follow the stories, we actually cover our loss for the past 4 months that we have not been operating and we've been losing money using our savings. And if my calculation is if not wrong, we actually had our ROI, return of investment, for our Yala outlet. That's why we dare to open an office in Hat Yai. So for now, if let's say there's a second lockdown, I assume the economy will be worse. But surprisingly, thanks to Thai government now, even with their political issues, they seem to be having some good policies. Like I said, the half and half payments, whereby each citizens and users that register with these policies, this budget, is how to say, is deemed to claim 300 bahts payment per day, which is government will pay 150 bahts, you pay 150 bahts. So per person is about 3,000 baht, means 300 ringgit. So to apply is actually quite easy. It takes few hours to apply, and they are giving out a second batch of budget up to, I think, January or February. So with that, it kind of boosts the economy because the money you have to top up in the apps and use and get the government funds in the app. If you don't use it, then you might not have the second batch. So it kind of push people to spend using the apps. Even the older generation have to learn how to use the apps. So now why people ask me that why another outlet in Hat Yai? Because Yala outlet seems to be doing quite well, but we can only cover Yala markets, which to me, I think is quite small. So I need bigger market. That's why I go to Hat Yai. But for me to open another outlet in Hat Yai, it would be too much for me to handle in terms of cost, in terms of working resources, and etc. Stock inventory. So I changed to office and I put myself as a divisions to actually supply good to modern trades or chain retail store. So my targets for 2021 and my jobs in Mart for 2021 is to supply Malaysian products that we import in to local modern trades. Currently, we have contacts for few locals modern trades retail store in Hat Yai, which is Livivat, Woke, and K&K. That when you combine, they have about 50 outlets. My target for next year is I need to have 200 to 300 outlets that I can supply to in Thailand. So with that said, I have to chase my target before there is a second lockdown or any recession coming. So that would be my thought for how I work on Mart and the journey basically. Yeah, so that's about it. Any question?
Wow, what a journey. Thank you, Joey, for your interesting journey to opening at Mart. By having that vision, how Mart would be, that is also very interesting. We hope that you will succeed in that. I'm just wondering, as of now, you are saying more for bringing Malaysian product to Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Is there any possibility? Uh, any other country product, example, probably maybe from Singapore or maybe from Indonesia, to be part in Wang Mat?
I first and foremost, I have to be clear that I'm doing food and beverages
Yes.
snacks category. Yeah. So this is some of the picture in our shops that we bring in lah. So Wang Mat, why I put Wang Mat? Because it need to be a words that Malaysian can pronounce and Thailand's can pronounce. Wang in Malaysia, as many people know, means money, cash. Yeah. So that is Wang Mat. In Thailand, Wang stand for castle, and in Chinese, Wang stand for king. So when you put it into a story, it's a king in a castle of cash. And
Wow.
about product from other country, yes, we did have in mind, but we have to go products by products. And when you talks about consumers and food and snacks, our policy, we want to do it legally in the long run. So all
Mm,
the import parts have to be done properly. And with that being said, we have to do product by products, SKU by SKU, and minimum requirement for us to do it the right way. The document required is GMP or HACCP. Without that, we can't do it legally. And when we can't do it legally, we can't supply it to modern trades. So when you say about Singapore, Indonesia, we are interested, but first the documentation parts, HACCP or GMP, is required. That's the first one. Second part, we'll need samples. Send it to us, and we discuss about profit margin and the possibility of market, because when you send me the sample, I'll have to do a basic market study survey with my friends here in Thailand first by bringing the sample, let them try, see what they comment, this and all that. So if that is okay, means we have documentation done, we have food testing done, we have our market positioning done. If we agreed to do, we might need track record of how well your product is doing in your countries and
mm,
how you put up your strategies. Means in Singapore and Indonesia, how well is this product doing? Because these are the track record. If you're not doing well in your own country, it's so much more difficult for us to convince people here and going extra miles to say that, hey, this is good. And then they say, okay, so how much has you been selling in your own country? I can't convince them that way. So with proper track records, marketing strategy in your countries, maybe you have award certificates like halals or whatever that can convince, then we can profit further. By meaning by proceeds further is maybe we can rent an event in any of the place like the one I did in Prince Songkla University, to actually go directly to the market, open a booth, sell your product, get reality checks on if the product can sell. Because during events, the crowd is there, people is there to buy. But if your products can't catch their attention or can't even convince them during event, it will be a tough job for us to do proceed further, if you get what I mean.
yes, yes. So it means that you are more focused in expanding products that you are familiar with, which is more to Malaysian product, to expand in the local market in Thailand.
No, no. What I would say is it is so much easier
Mm-hmm.
for me to bring a product that the Thais don't know, but is doing well in their home country, and convince them saying that, hey, this product is selling well in home country, and now I'm bringing it into Thailand so
Mm,
that you
correct.
guys have a chance to actually try what is good in our home country. Instead of a product that is not known in our home countries, but trying to push the mindsets, push the identity in that, hey, let's try. COVID is not a period that we can make a lot of try and error and make mistakes, because one small mistakes could be an end to our business. So when you ask me that questions, I would need the so said things, the track records. If the product is doing well in your home countries, we discuss about the strategy, do proper market studies and food testing. Because if I join an event, the most I'll spend is maybe 5,000 ringgit
Okay.
for staff, for transportation, for logistics, for booth rental. But I get how to say it, the right feedbacks from the end user, from the consumer, and I only spend 5,000 ringgit instead of me buying a container of goods. Maybe I have to spend 100 to 200,000 ringgit, but don't know where is the market.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for the answer.
One
Okay.
question for you, Joey.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So what is your one or two ideal products that you wish to bring into Thailand?
Currently, this is the product that I bring in at the moment. If you can see, it's crispy cocoa tubs, and it's been viral in Thailand at the moment. But the trend slightly dropped, because as you know, once the viral products will drop when the trends die off. And the second product that I'm bringing in is Afi Hanif's. It's a Serai Wangi sprays that do cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Their factory is in Malacca, and they supply to Tesco since year 2016 as one of the top 20 SME since 2016 to currently 2020. And they got 4 category of products, and 2 of it we already got local KKM. And they have been supplying to 2,000 over outlets in Malaysia at the moment. So with that, it's so much easier for me to convince modern trades here that, hey, we have been selling these products well in Malaysia. We have been supplying 2,000 over outlets, and we have a factories in Malaysia. And let's change from using chemical. The world is not very friendly now, because it's chemical. You kill mosquito, you kill insect by using bicon. You can't even sit after you spray bicon for like 30 minutes. So, and they have chemicals that stay. So let's change to green products by using natural products, which Afi Hanis is natural products from Serai Wangi. And by having nice smells, it can actually chase away insect as well, and it's safe because it's natural. So these are the products that I look. At least you have a story. So if let's say the product is from factory, I need to have the product from factory, because I needed the documents like HACCP, GMP to apply for local KKM here as importer. Without that, I can't proceed further. So these are the example of the product that I've been in. Means snacks, consumers, and groceries. Hopefully I answer your question, Tan.
Not really, because
Not
what
really.
I'm asking, yeah, what I'm asking is, what are the ideal products that you wish to bring to your Wang Mat that currently you don't have yet?
What do
Do you
you
have?
mean by ideal?
For example, maybe you look at Malaysian market. There's particularly one product that sell like hotcake over in Malaysia that you wish to bring into Thailand, kind of thing. Have you like survey kind of that products?
We got lah, but big factory won't actually want to deal with us, because for us to do a survey is actually quite easy, since Thailand and Malaysia is border located. For you to know what Thai product is selling well in Malaysia, you just go to the border, you can find. It's same case for Thailand. For me to know what Malaysia product sells well here in Thailand, I just go to the border, see the kedai runcit at the border, what they are selling well. So I have the list. Basically, we got more than 20 lists of what is the right products to sell. But when we approach the factory, what they tell us is we don't have a track record yet. And ideal products that you said that I can mention, maybe Ramly Burgers. If you can get a context for Ramly Burgers from me, I have a buyer to buy 1 container per week. any Ramly burgers. I mean, Ramly burgers, when I talk about Ramly burgers, is from their patty, their breads, to their ketchups. Ramly burgers. Another one is Gold Choice Nugget, the one that is heart shaped, made in Malaysia. I think their factory is in Johor, if I'm not mistaken. If you can get that and read the right document for me to import legally, I can say I can take about 2 containers in 1 month. So that are the example other than the snacks. Snacks are like Super Rings, Bika, what else? The Dolphin Bands, and the one that I asked the other day, White Castle. White Castle biscuit is doing well, but White Castle biscuit, the factory is in Penang, which I tried to contact, but they doesn't respond to me. If you have White Castles or Apollo chocolates, the Apollo bar chocolates, I can take about 1 container per month. So I think I've been specific enough to your question though. Hopefully.
So
Yes.
so
Thank
you are
you.
saying this particular brand do not want to entertain your order because of documentation, or is it because of process? Because it would be the normal problem in a way that they just don't want to disrupt the supply chain.
I think the last statement of yours is the keyword. They doesn't want to disrupt the current supply chain. That is one of it. Second reason is like Ramly. After I've been doing some checking, Ramly Burgers productions, they can't cope with their demands even domestically. So they are now expanding to a new factories, and once the new factories has been expanded, they will focus more on Malaysia markets. In Malaysia, then to Sabah, Sarawak, and Brunei. Later only to Thailand. And because to have meat products export from Malaysia, that's another difficulties in terms of documentations. That is Ramly Burger's case.
Correct. Yeah, for Ramly Burger is because they are literally expanding their factory. I think it's almost done. So yeah, like what you said is true. I'm just wondering about all these snack and other orders that they just don't want to entertain because they think and the best answer they give you, we don't have track record. All right, okay. I mean, come on. That is not a very good way of turning people down. But at least if they literally don't want you to disrupt the supply chain, at least they can actually, hey, you from Thailand? Okay, can you go to our distributor in Thailand? You get from them, things like that.
They don't have official distributor in Thailand yet because it's still done illegally. And
exactly.
No matter what it is, I have to agree with them that I don't have a track record. But thing is gonna change if I could achieve my goals by having 200 outlets that I supply to. Even the context of Big C, Thai people or people that came into Thailand, you should know about Big C. Big C is doing this small retail chain store called as Big C Mini. And I actually got a context of that person in charge already for the whole Thailand. So my nearest goals, if I could supply and I have 200 outlets in my hand, I can go back to those factory and hey, I have 200 outlets in my hands and I already got track records of how much is the purchasing per month. So are we okay to talk now? So that would be my plan.
Okay. There again, my next question would be, who is your competitor now in Thailand?
Frankly speaking, I have no idea who is my competitor now though. I don't know where to look for in terms of who is my competitor. I don't know any. Plus, okay, like I said, I don't know where I should look for because so far I haven't met any. Mostly are doing illegal way lah. Means they bring it in as a hand carry, not as a proper route.
Why I ask is very simple. In Malaysia, you have few marts around, right? And there's a different type of mart. Let's go to the most simple, like convenience store, like 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven, the competitor will be probably Circle K in Malaysia, right? And you can see how big 7-Eleven network there. So Circle K is facing problem trying to build that network and try to get the supply from the same network, and which is they fail and they get problem there. Then another example, I just share my own experience. In Indonesia, the biggest mart is Indomaret, and then you have Alfamart. They are like the biggest. They have like 15,000 outlet all over Indonesia for each. So, but yet this in here we still have all these small mart. We call it warung, like the owned by the locals. Um, but it seems that everyone is supplying the same thing. So I'm not sure in Thailand whether they have that small kind of mart actually competing with each other. Because why I ask, because if the small mart can get their supply legally, and I don't think one mart would actually would face that problem. I mean, this supply would actually come from the local product, right? Like from Thailand's product.
Okay, from my limited knowledge, 7E is under CP, Chereng Phukapan of Thailand, and they are doing very well, as many of you know. And they should be the top players now. During COVID, now 7E in Thailand actually have delivery. Means the staff in their 7E do delivery from house to house. So with that, Thailand also have local smart, like you say. Malaysia, you have Speedy or K&K. In Thailand, they have in different state provinces, like in Surat Thani, they have Tern Chai. In Korat, they have another 3 more brands. So a lot of local supermarkets brand here in Thailand, but they are having difficulty when 7-Eleven have better promotions and products. So now you have to understand that Wangmart business module is not actually opening a retail chain store or to become a mini markets or kedai runcit. But the concept of Wangmart is actually to have a base, a showroom for people to know that, hey, if you want to look for Malaysia products or product from ASEAN countries, we have a showcase here for you to buy retails. But our business module is actually to become a trader, imports and exports. So with that, when you talk about competitor, as for now, I can't think of, because for local markets, they are our customer, because I target to supply to them. And by supplying to them, they can compete with 7E, because whatever that I'm supplying to them legally is what 7E doesn't have. And why Malaysia products? Because I always believe that Malaysians halal is recognized throughout the whole world. And by having the outlets in Yala, Yala have got 75% of Muslim populations. Patani about, I can't remember, maybe 80 something, 85% something, and including Narathiwat, which is mostly Muslims. So Muslim in Thailand is not less than 5 million. If only I could capture these markets, the non-Muslim markets is my bonus.
Yes, definitely. That's good. That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know that you are not competing with the other mart. You are actually competing with this importer exporter, which is the bonus of yourself, that you have a display area, which is your Wang Mat. That means more business should come to you when you actually open up to more other countries. If halal is your concern, yes, of course, Malaysia has the best. and I mean the rest of the world will actually sees you as a new gateway to Thailand. Do you agree?
That should be our missions. And our strength is I could speak 5 languages. Yeah, I speak English, Bahasa, as I'm from Kota Baru, Kelantan, and I speak Thai and Chinese Mandarin and Chinese Hokkien. So with that, when you say our competitor is traders or importer, why I said I don't know who is my competitor, because when you said that statement correct, my competitor is another traders that do import export, but you have to niche it down to the same import traders that do the same product as mine, which I think if there is any, those that is doing legally should be less than 5. And more than that, my associate. Why I said associate is because they might be importing different items, and they might be exporting to other countries. Like now, I have affiliates in Laos and also Myanmar. So I've been talking to few traders as well. Like there's one from Turkey. So in long runs, one, I have enough products in my belts, in whatever that we are controlling. We should be able to expand in Southeast Asia. Zaha, you didn't open your mic.
All right, sorry. So anyone else here have a question, please do ask Joey directly because he's waiting for a lot of question actually.
Hi, Joey. Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Ruby's Consulting. I used to do. I'm still doing events on a part-time base. I actually do more on esports because of COVID lah. We have to move our structures around and how we do our events. So mostly we're doing online now. I understand that we chose it to use to go towards consumerism, retails, because yes, true. The high demand of supplies for food, especially. I still remember everyone's been panic buying. So I just want to know, like, let's say in another 1 year, by the early of 2022, let's say that COVID has almost eradicated, or God's will, there's no more COVID. Will you actually be going back on track for what you did with the event, or will you actually still continue to expand your retail business, or are you going to do both?
I'm definitely not going back to events. I've been doing events for more than 10 years. I've been organizing 77 events. I've been doing outdoor, indoor cultural event for states and privates. My record is having 17 events consecutively in 8 months. One event 7 to 10 days. So the current event haven't finished. The next event already start setting up. So I'm not going back to event. Reason because one, I think I reached the limits of what I do in events. Number two is because event is not something that I could see myself doing for long, because you get older, your stamina get lesser, and if you stop doing event, your income stops. Third reasons, if we have vaccine and the vaccine is working well, in year 2021, everyone got vaccine. 2022, everything goes back to normal. What do you mean by normal? By normals, there's no such thing as going back to normal. That you have to accept it. You have events doesn't mean you have buying powers. Recession effect is gonna come. For me, event is just like swimming against the stream, except you try converting events from traditional events that you sell environment, you go there, can buy satay, this or that, to virtual events that you can do import export. I think that would work. Global virtual events would be the next thing, because when COVID happens, a lot of people talk about new normal. Now we are living in new normals, and COVID is actually a push for us to change. And those who doesn't want to accept these realities and doesn't want to change, I don't think there's a space for them to grow. That would be my answer.
Hmm. Relevant. All right. Thank you.
Sarah from
Rubik's Consulting.
from where?
Malaysia.
Yes.
Malaysia. Which part of Malaysia?
KL.
You're from
But
KL.
apart from that, my event stuff is from my past experience because I do esports. So e-games and stuff, gaming community. So we enhance players in Malaysia and send out them to play internationally, or making good news for the country and stuff, even though it's still new. But of course, with all the whole thing get a bit halted, and all of our stuff are going online now. So for us in our side of entertainment and sports, we are hoping that by 2022 we can actually continue doing gaming events, but not in the sense of like how do I say, exhibition. Yeah, it's more about events where we actually do tournaments and that we promote people from outside to come to Malaysia to promote esports.
I think
And it's more
esport
like
is, yeah, I think esport is actually good sector to go in. Just that maybe you could explore the new technology that you can actually have global event for esports, because I think for current new generations, esport is something that we have to accept that this is their kind of sports. And with COVID and all that, for them to be familiar with online and having online gamings and esports things, I think they can do it from homes or anywhere. So for esport is different from the events that I do. The events
yeah,
that I
yes, yes.
do is so much more different.
Yeah,
And
they're like
if
trade and
that,
exhibitions, right?
correct. If let's say you talk about my kind of event, we are definitely going against the streams. But if you talk about esports, I think if you were to explore it correctly, there's a potential in it.
Okay, thank you. All the best for
Maybe
your
esport to virtual reality.
that actually depends on the market because esports are now much more recognized when it comes to like Olympics and stuff. We're starting like last year we had SEA Games exactly a year ago. We sent our players to last year was no Korea. Yeah, so we sent our player to fight, and then this year was cancelled lah, of course. Um, I would say VR is a bit hard because it depends on what games gets published and if there are actually players, because there's only one place VR in Malaysia, which is Hado. That also they were sponsored by Arizona because of they get sweaty a lot because you're running around and stuff. But somehow VR is still not there yet.
For
We are
now,
we are all still waiting when is
for
VR going to be
now,
a big thing.
for now, maybe in
Mm,
the next few years from now, the technology for VR could be cheaper, like solar
true.
cells. Yeah. So I think esport is different from my event case. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that is getting more recognized and people are trying to jump into it. But for me, it's because I've been into it for the past few years, so I still get to do some stuff about it. Regardless it's COVID. Is it because the thing is I was just wondering because there are times also where I think where I actually want to put esports aside and just continue into doing retails or some other businesses. Not that I'm seeing esports is falling down, it's just that like you said, the tiring part about doing events can be very, very mentally tolling also.
Yes, because
So it's only been
everything is
5 years,
real
but
time.
yeah.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Joey.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Joey. Anyone else? Maybe Mr. Panumat want to ask something?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Firstly, yeah, Firstly, I would like to congratulate Joey. He is very talented, very expertise in the connection. I've been following him on Facebook. He's doing quite well, so I have to congratulate to him. However, uh, from what he's doing right now, it's beyond my imagination, that he's able to connect with not only from southern part of Thailand, and he's going through Bangkok and even going to Myanmar and Laos. So it's really amazing how you're doing right now. However, I heard you mention about the product that if you like to sell or do trading, you mentioned about those who have document uh, that require for you to do the trading, or else you cannot do it. However, I would like to for you to also consider those who has not yet to have this document, but in your consideration that you see the potential, you can see that they are not too small, but then however they're not big enough for you to convince, but it's convinced you that has potential. I'm not talking only from Malaysia or from Thailand also. I think there are numbers of product that are having uh, good potential on that. I would like for you to consider those also, because if you only focus on those already have document, factory who has already have document, they are quite established already, and they might have I think mostly they already have the what we call uh, the the outlet or the channel, the people who buying already, or they might have not have enough production up to their demand, like Romley that you just said. So I feel like you are at the position that's very helpful to those production line. I mean the factory that baru nak bangun, baru it's promising, both Malaysia and Thailand. I think you can find those people also. That's just my idea that can do so much for them also for our economy. Okay, that's my idea, and I'd like for you to consider those also. That's it.
สวัสดีครับ
Wadikap.
Okay, thank you for comment from Abemi Panumat. Basically, for the products that Mr. Panumat mentions, we actually put in our considerations, but there are a lot of problems that would happen by us carrying that products. What I mean by problem is, for us to push run products into the markets, we need to do marketing. We need to spend on marketing budgets, and we need to work hard on it. And by working with potentials but unprepared documents or unready entrepreneurs, it's not to say we can't. We tried, but once their product is established, they can't cope to the productions. When they can't cope to productions, their QC fails. And when their QC fails, their inventories fails, we are the ones that have to face our customers. It happens to us with one of the products that we carry. The products that came kind of spoiled, and when we complain, what they say is, oh, you send it back to us, we'll change for you. Without that, we can't change, but come on, it's COVID. For us to bring it in is already a hassle. For us to send it back is another hassle. And they said, it's never mind, but your never mind is me having to face with my customer. So if the product is potential, but SME level, what we require is at least get the documentation done, so that at least for us to be able to help you, you actually proven yourself to an extent that, hey, I did my parts and I would like to grow. because many that can't even do their parts, I have a problem to have the trust, because it happens personally to me few times that when we push, before we take your products, before we start marketing your product, you promise us moon and sky, saying that, wow, we're gonna support you fully, we can produce this or that. But when the products goes well, you tell us, oh, we can't produce, my staff is sick, I don't have enough resources, this or that, which um, I have to face the consequences, and the trust between me and my customers has been tarnished. So it's a big risk on our sides to actually cater on that. Hopefully, I answered your question, Mr. Panman.
Yeah, yeah. What I mean is has no document. I mean has potential, I like to give example of the product from Thailand, local in Ratiwat is beef fish. Beef fish is doing well in Thailand. Somehow in ASEAN has not yet to explore, uh, and the product, the factory itself in Naratiwat, and the document has I'm not sure they have all the documents that you require, but I think it's not that for you to start from SME. SME is very small amount, but the beef fish level is already up to to the level that I think you can easily help him out together with your market. That's what I mean. And there are few more that but yet to be found in 3 provinces that just like beef fish. I just give you for example. So that's the opportunity for beef fish also, and also the opportunity for you too. That's what I mean.
Thank you. Means I misunderstand the first measure. Is basically, I'm actually like products like beef fish or Nasrin from Pattani or Cape Thai from Songkhla. I'm actually looking at those products, but at the moment, since I'm based here in Thailand, I have to work on Malaysia products to Thailand first until maybe 2021 or 2022. When the borders is open, then we'll open an outlet of Mart in Malaysia, and we'll start exporting Thai products to Malaysia. And in terms of documentation part, most of the times, Malaysian side is having the issue of documents for food and beverages, because for them to produce F&B products in Malaysia, they only need the local KKM, Kementerian Kesihatan, which is Mesti Sijil. Mesti Sijil is recognized in Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and a few places, but not in Thailand. To register in KKM in Thailand, you need at least GMP or HACCP, which most of F&B manufacturer in Thailand already have GMP. So for F&B products in Thailand to export, I think they won't have much issue, because for them to have a minimum requirement with GMP is there. So it's 2 different cases, Malaysia to Thailand and Thailand to Malaysia.
Okay, thank you.
It's always the documentation problem. But if I'm not mistaken, every halal product from Malaysia already gone through that process, right?
Most of the F&B in Malaysia only got Mesti.
Oh, meaning with Mesti only they can get halal certification.
Yes, they have halal and Mesti lah most of the time. They have halal and Mesti most of the time, but
I
not GMP.
I always thought all product must go through the GMP and HACCP in order to get the halal certification.
No, Mesti is enough for Malaysia.
That means that it's not as strict as probably for the local product, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Great. I hope everyone is clear what Mart is actually doing, because at first people thought that Mart is just another mart altogether. But after today's session, that we managed to learn that Joey have a bigger vision on bringing one Mart to, I hope, to the world. And he's not only want to be a Mart, he wants to be bigger than a Mart. So, and it's an opportunity to all of us here that especially entering Thailand market, that is the biggest market share for the rest to enter, because most people afraid to go to Thailand is because of one reason, is the language barrier. And knowing the fact that you can speak 5 language is a lot easier for most Malaysian and probably Singaporean, probably Philippine, probably Indonesian to go through Wang Mat. So
I
yes,
guess I guess
yeah,
because of the name of the Wang Mat, also people pictures or visual imagine that it's a retailing store.
yes,
Yes, I'm not the only person that think that way. A lot of people think this is a retailing store. So I don't know. You are more than retailing from what your vision, your business plan. I'm not sure this Wang Mat will fit. Maybe Wang Mat, whatever it is, global, whatever it is. I think it's a better way to put the.
Well, looking at it, he's not on. He visioned the same One Mat as a Mat, but eventually, when time goes by, he said to probably to her wife, to his wife, said, why should we be just One Mat? We should be bigger than Tesco. So he's trying to be the Tesco here, another Tesco in the world. So if you see how big is Tesco, so he wants to be Tesco. Good that he actually start everything with Malaysia, because he believed that a lot of good product come from Malaysia, and it's very good that he brings the neighbor country to Thailand. So I foresee Wang Mat going to be big in a few more years, knowing how Joey work. Yeah, he said that he's already old, but the way he works is different from others. So if you open your share, please let us know so we can buy.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, let me explain about the name Wang Mat. It sounds quite funny, but why Wang Mat?
Mm,
First, I'm new in this industry.
okay.
Second, if I were to say I'm trading company, but trading company, you need experience and you need contact, this or that. And by bringing like underdog products, no name products, nobody would want to carry. But having a Wang Mat, at least I can have my own showrooms as Kedai Runcit session. And it's so much easier for me to explain that, hi, I'm Joey from Wang Mat, instead of, hi, I'm Joey, I'm doing tradings and this is etc. of my story. It will be too much of storytellings, but what I'm sharing today is about how my back end work, how I segmentize the business from retails, modern trades, online, and all that. Wang Mat's working way could be different from its name, but the name is actually to have a showroom showcase. Instead of me going to local store here and say, hey, carry my product, can or not? They say, I cannot sell. In the end, I have to give you back. So at least by having one showcase under the name Wang Mat, when the name is big, the next time I carry another products, they're like, wow, even Wang Mat selling it. Oh, they're selling well. This is the track record that we have. So it's much easier for me to push the idea of carrying our products with them. Because if Wang Mat is successful, they won't even know that I'm doing retails, wholesales, or modern trades. But they know, hey, this shop is big and and he's doing well. He's been expanding to second branch, third branch with office, this and that. And for me, I think that is the track records that the factory is asking about, or my customer is asking about. How well could you do? If you want me to follow, if you want me to carry a products, lead an example. So I'm trying to work my way by leading an example and learning with the process. At least not me going in as a trader, say, hey, carry my products, but I don't know if it's selling well or not. That's why I came with the one mark concepts. Yeah.
So, how long will you take by conquering 77 province in Thailand?
2 to 3 years maybe.
Oh, that's good. That's good target
Two to
because
3 years.
you have 77. Right? Now you're already in South. I'm pretty sure Southern Thailand subsoil lah. In 1 year, kau team already.
The logistics
Yes,
and
correct.
others you have to put in consideration for us to supply whole Thailand's. I think 1 year is enough, but for us to supply good quality service of
Yeah.
supplies, I think 2 to 3 years minimum.
Wow. I was about to ask you what's your 5 years plan, but you already said 2-3 years. That's good. That's good.
Minimum. 5 years
I-
too long.
I'm sure you can do it, Joey, because I'll tell the story. First, I met Joey. I didn't even know he's Malaysia, he's Chinese, or he's Thai, because I thought he was Thai because
Yes.
he spoke Thai very fluently, very fluent. So I'm sure you can do it.
Yes. He can.
Next is learn how to write and speak in Thai.
That one, no problem. You can speak, you can communicate. You take all the new interns and do your paperwork already. No problem.
All right. Any more questions?
Yes. We have someone who just came in. I think we have few Indonesian here. We have Kevin from Jakarta. We have Fadil from Jakarta. We also have Malifa. Maybe you guys have any question to ask? Just ask Joey. He's very nice person. He will answer your question, no problem.
If nobody have a question, then I'll ask a question.
I guess you have to ask a question now.
I think I've shared my part for today. Thank you very much, Zaha from Tosh, for inviting everyone that actually came in to support today's Zoom sessions. And if let's say later you guys have any more questions, do feel free to message me from Facebook or whatever. If you see a chance of further collaborations, anytime I'm available. Okay, we just have a question coming in from Mr. Kevin Sanjaya. What Wangmat will do in the future? Wangmat's current goal that I set, my short-term goal is to have at least one product in Thailand modern trades. One product that I import from Malaysia to be in Thailand modern trades before the border opens. My long-term goal for Walmart is to become one of the top trading company of its kind between two countries, which is Thailand and Malaysia. Yeah. So hopefully I answer Mr. Kevin's question. Yeah.
Yeah, he just replied.
Yeah. Any more question? Any more question? If no question, what I will ask is, since everyone spends a little bit of their time today with today's Zoom sessions, I would like to get to know each of you much better. So if it's possible, maybe we could take turns to introduce yourself for maybe 15 to 30 seconds on your video cameras. What you need to mention is name, your company names, the products or what you do, and what you expect that we could actually work on, or maybe I can help you on the part since I'm now in Thailand. Yeah. So maybe we start with the host itself, Mr. Zaha first.
Thank you, Joey. All right. I am Zaha. I'm actually part of Tosh Group. Tosh Group is actually a consulting company. We consult our client in Singapore to expand the business throughout Southeast Asia. up to Middle East and also another part of Asia. Uh, a part of that, we also bring businesses from these 5 countries, which is Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, to Singapore, who plan to expand their business there as well. So yes, we 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 created this Zoom networking session platform in order for us to stay connected to our friends, our clients in the region, so that we not gonna get disconnect. So true enough, by having this platform, we managed to get to know the people that we do not manage to get to know throughout the region, and it's also a part of like introducing people and get them to know each other well. Yes, this is pretty much what we do, and we hope that we can get in touch with all of you here and get connected. So yes, that's what Tosh Group all about. Yes, I am basically based in Indonesia because we have quite a huge numbers of client that actually expand to Indonesia. So I'm actually managing the Indonesian office, where our base is actually in Singapore. Thank you.
All right. So the next person will be our Mr. Panumat. Then me. Name, company, and what do you do? No sound. You off your mic.
Okay, my name is Panumat Chanakan, or you can call me Sohaimi. My personal business is garment, where we factory in Bangkok, and we have 4 outlets, and in Yala, Narathiwat, Patani, and in Hat Yai Central Festival at shopping mall. And we're going to have another outlet in Bangkok, the mall Bangkapi. We're going to open up this next month. So mainly we're doing offline, having the display at the outlet. However, we do also have online through Lazada, through Shopee, and also through wholesaling. Also, we send to China and some to Malaysia also. But however, our product is very limited due to our product is mostly handcraft. So that is my personal business, and also I'm also in social enterprise as a Narathiwat social enterprise, and I mainly also helping the SME in Narathiwat. So just about mainly what I'm doing. What we are worrying right now, as Joe mentioned, second wave of COVID. A couple days ago, we have the numbers going up in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, and some even in Yala. One person in Yala show up as new cases. So hopefully that's not going to be very severe second wave. It's going to affect us very big effect because we'll be locked down. Hopefully it's not the case. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, the third one should be Kai. Is Kai with us? Because Kai is from Tosh Group Singapore, right? Zaha, is Kai in?
He was. He probably is with something else.
Or whoever that wish to introduce themselves can.
There you
Yes.
go.
Okay. All right. Kai, introduce yourself. No sound.
Hello, hi. Zaha. You all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello.
Line
Yeah,
seems to be bad.
so I'm Zaha together. So basically, we are doing the same thing, bringing businesses to overseas and assisting businesses to open up in other countries. So yeah.
Chuan, can you talk or you driving?
No, I stopped my car.
Okay.
I stopped my car at the roadside. Yeah, should be alright. I am Chuan. So I'm Joey's friend who invited me here. I stay in Malaysia, currently in Johor Bahru, which I'm a dying tourist industry people. So my business stopped for like 10 months since the pandemic, but then yeah, I'm still in travel industry, so I do work in pretty much niche market about travel, like bulk purchase of hotels, trip planning, even like training kind of travel. Yeah, my MICE. So this is all about me.
All right. Is Sarah still in? Or anyone that is still with us listening to this Zoom session? Hope you guys could spend some time to introduce yourself and your business by turning on your video camera.
Hey, morning Joey.
Morning, Shannon.
Hey, thanks for the sharing. I'm not from retail. I'm doing what Zaha and Kai and Siraj is doing, but focusing on tourism in Indonesia. So other than that, I'm running my IT company. So quite far away, but from retail. But very interesting facts that you share with us. Very grateful to learn quite a fair bit of things on how you run your business. Um, so for myself, yeah, I'm running an IT company in Singapore. Hopefully in Indonesia soon. I'm already supporting clients overseas, although no branches in any other country yet, only in Indonesia. Other than that, yeah, I'm doing tourism industry promotion for Belitung. That's my focus in Indonesia. Yeah.
I see. So Shannon could link up with Chuan, right? Since both of you is in tourism. Maybe when the country opens, then you could work something out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm stuck in Singapore now.
He's stuck in Johor. Don't worry.
No,
All right.
it's okay. I still travel around. I used to go. I have some partners in Lombok. I work very close in Lombok and Bali.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a secret tunnel from Johor to Singapore. If you guys want to use,
We can swim over there. We're having a secret tunnel now in June. I teleport there.
yeah.
All right. Next person, Azuni. Let the ladies first, and then Randy.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Azuni.
Salam sejahtera.
Salam sejahtera. Wah, lama tak dengar.
Saya hanya biasa-biasa, just a graphic designer. But I don't know how to introduce myself because I'm not doing any retail. But I'm interested. Okay, I think if you can sell Malaysia product in Thailand, so why not I sell Thailand product in Malaysia?
Sounds good.
Right, sebab dekat in Kelantan, there's a lot of demands Thailand products like sausage. I don't know, tapi dia punya demand.
I have a list. We can talk later.
Yeah. Make sure to contact me.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if you want to open one Mart here. Is there any vacancy as a storekeeper here?
Sure, in the future.
Contact
Alright.
me, right?
Yeah, I'll contact you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Randy on webcam just now. We still have Randy, Farah,
Pak Randy masih di sana.
Rita, Melifa, Kevin can't on the webcam or voice, I think. Yeah, hi Kevin. Wow. You have on your mic. Yes, hello. Surprising.
Hi everyone.
Hello Kevin.
Hello, I'm Kevin Sanjaya. I'm a financial planner from Allianz Life Insurance Indonesia.
What do you do?
I'm today join this webinar for connection or everything for your insight about how to survive in business. And what more?
Kevin is a insurance agent in Jakarta for for Alliance, right? Kevin? Alliance Life Insurance, yes.
Alliance.
Fantastic. So a member from Jakarta. Rita?
Yep, Jakarta. And
hello Rita.
What?
Hi.
Yeah, Kevin, anything else?
I'm also have I'm also have a startup about customized t-shirt with my friend. But during this pandemic, my startup was closed.
Okay.
I'm so hard to connect it with another friend, with my friend. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Rita?
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. Rita? Your turn.
Yeah, I'm from Indonesia.
Many friends from Indonesia
Jakarta.
today. Yeah, Jakarta. So, what do you do? Yeah,
I'm now for a beautician.
Beautician as in cut hair, cosmetics.
About the skin. Skin for the treatment. Yeah.
Oh, skin treatments. I see. All right. Thailand has got a lot of herbals, cosmetic product if you're interested.
Yeah. Now for the pandemic, how can we increase for the business?
Okay, for beauticians, I think it's the same category as hair salons and all that, that you need to meet people. And this is the first front line that get affected by COVID pandemic, if let's say, especially there's a lockdown. So what I could say is change your mindset, use your portfolio, use your customer base as the beauticians, and change from doing skin treatments to selling maybe skin products. That's why I asked you if you are interested in Thai cosmetic products. Because with that, you don't need to meet people, you don't need to touch, for yourself, safety, and even you stay at home, you can look pretty. People, spend time, stay at home, take care of your own skins by having good products. I think you should change from service to product for a while.
Okay. And for the one Mart is talk about product.
Yeah, products. Pardon?
For market product like Indomaret.
Yeah, similar.
Oh.
Similar to Indomaret.
So what's the business of the one part for the business partner or something?
I don't understand the question.
Rita, bisa kalau bisa ngomong dalam bahasa Indonesia bisa aja.
Oh, ini bisa bahasa Indonesia.
Ya. Kita bisa translate.
Itu Walmart itu lebih ke sistemnya itu ke apa ya gitu?
Oh,
Walmart,
sistemnya.
Walmart retails. I think Zaha can explain on my side now though.
Ya, Walmart itu kayak aslinya mau bikin kayak apa Alfamart, Indomaret. Tapi visi yang lebih gede buat Walmart itu bukan cuma jadi retail doang, tapi mereka bikin kayak perusahaan yang lebih gede untuk buat trading.
Oh.
Ya, misalnya contoh, contoh Indomie itu dari Indonesia kan?
Iya.
Walmart itu bukan cuman beli 1 kontainer atau 2 kontainer. Walmart itu mau jual Indomie itu di seluruh Thailand. Jadi
itu dari Thailand ya?
Ya, di Thailand. Jadi Walmart itu kayak trader gitu, tapi mereka punya ruko mereka sendiri di Thailand.
Oh.
Ya, contoh kalau ada pembeli-pembeli yang mau beli Indomie di Thailand, mau order yang banyak, jadi mereka ketemu sama Joey di Walmart. Jadi ketemu sama Joey, mereka mau saya mau beli 1 kontainer, contoh. Nah, 1 kontainer itu di order lewat Walmart. Itu sistemnya.
Oh, bisa lihat di mana ya? Di website ya kayak.
Kayaknya belum punya website ya. Do you have website, Joey?
Not active.
Yeah.
Active. We have websites, but we are not focusing on that.
Ya.
Terus portfolionya gimana lihatnya? Ada portfolionya?
Portfolio Walmart gitu? She is asking for your portfolio.
We can work on that.
Yes. Nanti dikasih sama Joey ya ke Rita.
Oh, berarti ini lebih ke bisnisnya Walmart gitu ya?
Iya, bisnisnya Walmart.
Oke. Soalnya belum connect.
Oh ya, belum connect. Ya, nggak apa-apa, nanti kita connect-kan lagi. Terima kasih ya, Rita.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you.
Oke, Randy dari tadi.
Okay, hi.
Hello, Randy.
Okay, hi, Joey and Mr. Saha.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Randy. I work at local bank in North Sulawesi, Indonesia.
North Sulawesi, yes.
And I'm a civil contractor too. And now I'm build a startup about marketplace too. But now it's pandemic, so I have difficult time for build the startup, and I'm still looking for the best business in pandemic. So I'm in this webinar. I hope Mr. Joey, I can learn about your business about Walmart.
Yes.
All right. Hopefully my sharing helped you a little today.
Excuse me.
Yes. I think your Walmart like a startup or
hilang.
Okay.
Okay, nggak apa-apa. It's okay. I think he was about to ask whether Walmart is a startup still or already established company. I think that is where he's going actually.
All right, never mind. Farah, right? Hello, Farah.
Hello, Joey. Thank you for your inspiring presentation today. So actually, I'm with Torch Group. and I handle the digital marketing side, such as website and the social media. And I'm actually currently doing my postgraduate studies in Jakarta. I live in Jakarta, and I'm really inspired by your presentation today. And I would like to learn more about business, especially international business. So thank you very much, Joey, for your wonderful presentation today.
Thank you too. So who else that we have here?
Who else that you haven't
I
seen?
think Sarah, Ria, and Father already said he's at work. So Miss Nur Fahana, right? I think we
Yes.
have about 3 participants that have not introduced themselves, if I'm not
Farhana.
mistaken. Yeah, but I'm not sure if they're around though. If not, then I think maybe the host can wrap up today's session. And thank you very much for the invitation. Hopefully my sharing today is beneficial to many of you. And thank you for attending.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you for your interesting presentation about Wang Mat. Good that we all here managed to understand what exactly Wang Mat is all about. I feel that I hope the rest of us feel the same. The rest of us here, hopefully you all learn from Joey. If anything we need from Joey, please do not hesitate to let me know so I can contact Joey, or you guys can get Joey's number in the group chat. So yes, group photo, yes, please. We should get a group photo.
Everyone get ready. Who is gonna snap the photo actually?
I can snap actually.
All right.
Okay, one.
Okay.
All right, Ria, where are you? Okay, Sarah. Okay, probably they at work. Never mind. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smile. 1. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right.
So later, Zaha, we invite all of them to our WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, we'll just meet them in WhatsApp group.
So I'll think continue there. Thank you very much for
Thank you very much
today.
Where
for
are you, Joey,
joining.
now?
I'm in Yala now.
Oh, okay. I never know where you are because you've been around Bangkok, Hanjai, everywhere. Okay.
I'll see you coffee. I see you for a coffee when
Yeah,
I'm more ready.
please do. Please do. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Very busy guy.
It was bad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Well,
turn off Facebook first. Facebook.
Okay, wait. I think